how is he going to chew? If he has only three, how is he going to chew and masticate his
No,
food?
yeah, he's not chewing.
All that is important. That's the reason why you should
Do
have.
Plus,
do what to his food?
Wait a minute. Plus, when you have no teeth, don't your gums shrink?
Your bone,
something shrink.
When you have no teeth, it's hard to chew and masticate food because you want to grind your teeth up and your food and swallow. So my question is that does he have any gastrointestinal problems? You could be swallowing pieces of food whole, and after years of doing it, what's going to happen?
Choke the hell out of itself. That's
you got that right.
So you actually need something. That's the reason why you have dentures and partials to help. Besides your appearance, it's going to support the cheeks, going to give you a better profile, and also it's going to help you to eat.
Yeah. Now my father had dentures, top and bottom. He said he lost all his teeth, and he said
complete dentures. Yeah.
Yep,
like back in the '60s. That's what they did.
He had a great, some kind of weird kind of stuff. He didn't have to use like fast teeth or any kind of adhesive. He could his teeth would stay in through eating. But there were times, of course, when he got tired of wearing them and took them out. And one time he got caught off guard. This is a true story. It's a funny story too, but it was funnier when he told it.
Oh boy!
And he had his teeth out and sneezed, and my father had real heavy, hard sneezes. And he said, "Oh my God!" I said, "What?" He said, "Whatever you do." He said, "If you got dentures, if you ever get dentures, do not sneeze with your teeth out of your mouth." He said there was nothing to stop my lips from vibrating. I felt like my ears was coming through my mouth. I couldn't imagine it, but it was always a humorous story that I recall to this day. Now my father's been gone for 26 years, but I never forgot that story because he said, "Oh my God, oh my God." I went and I said, "What happened?" He said, "I was sneezing. I didn't have my teeth in." And you just, to your point again, Doc, though, seriously, you're about the form and the shape of your face. The importance that, that your teeth, aside from just chewing and what'd you say doing to the food? How to
emasculating.
Emasculating.
I hope that's what she said.
Masticate.
It's not that kind of, wait a minute. It's not that kind of show. Wait a minute. Dr. Audrey, it's not that kind of show.
Also, teeth to help you to your tongue to enunciate, pronounce words.
Well,
so it's
true.
a lot that go on in your mouth and with teeth, the whole process, speaking, eating. A reason why you should have some type of prosthetic, natural teeth prosthetic combination of the two.
Gina is on it. Gina says
that's my big sis.
She said they're generally about wisdom teeth. They're generally thought to be called wisdom teeth because they appear so late, much later than the other teeth at an age when people are supposedly wiser than as a child when the other teeth erupt. Well, that wasn't true for me because I got them when I was 20, but I wasn't wise then. I was around 23, 24.
And today, because of our diet, people never develop third molars or wisdom teeth.
Really?
Because we have such a refined diet. You see a lot of individuals who there are no third molars. They never develop. There's no tooth bud for third molars.
Wow.
Because our diet is evolved. It's changed.
It's evolved.
Remember, earlier centuries ago, we had a more plant-based diet, and we didn't have a lot of refined sugars. The way our diet is now.
Hey, Doc, one of the other...
Some people just don't have wisdom teeth anymore. They don't never develop them. And that's
I don't think our president got any.
No. Hey, Doc, one of the other questions we received was the grills that the young people wear. How do those impact your teeth? Your real teeth, rather.
My concern is, are they in occlusion? How are they biting down? Will they have jaw problems later in the future? Because you have something sitting over your teeth. So that means your natural occlusion is off.
Oh,
so
wow.
that's maybe not the way that you normally bite down,
okay.
How you bite down.
Wow.
We all familiar with biting in a certain our top teeth usually come over our bottom teeth. And there's a certain way that our jaw, the jaw is in our meniscus, in those areas in our jaw, how it come down and roll. That there's a science to the way the jaw operates. And anytime, like, a patient has a crown and say, "Oh, it's too high, I can't close down." So how is that affecting how they bite, how they chew, and what are the long-term consequences of having your jaw out of occlusion, your mouth out of occlusion? How will that affect you in the long run? So that's my concern with grills.
Well, Doc,
I don't know. I haven't had any patients with grills, so I don't know. For me, just to ask them, how does it feel? I don't know. I don't know any dentists doing grills. I don't know. You can get a person who makes a dental lab, some makes them, but I don't know anybody that makes grills. But just looking at them and all that open, they could have an open bite. Like I said, they're changing the way they bite.
Wow.
They're gonna have to manipulate. They're gonna have to manipulate that sound, their talk, their pronunciation of word. Everything is different if you listen to someone who has a grill.
Right.
So are dentists obligated to share that with their client? Particularly with what you brought up about it may have long-term implications on your
more
bite.
Than likely it has. They do. They should explain it to the patient that it could change. That
Sure.
Could change your speech.
Is that why Mike Tyson speaks the way he does?
No, I don't think that's a different story. That's Susan.
Oh.
Doc is chuckling. Are you chuckling, Doc? I think the Doc is chuckling.
Yes.
Here's a question. And I think you may have touched on it, but is whitening, aside from JT, is whitening, when I say JT, or people with missing teeth or obvious issues with their teeth, maybe even caps, but is whitening for everybody, or what are some of the determining factors for someone who may be considering?
Well, whitening, you have to be treatment planned properly. Whitening will not whiten crowns, because you can't whiten a crown. Mm-hmm. You can't have a lot of recession, sensitive teeth. You're not a candidate for whitening. Cracked teeth, all that. You're not a candidate for whitening if that happens. Okay. If you have those pre-existing conditions.
Well, how long does it last? How long does white like if you get your, some people may be under the illusion that if you whiten your teeth, they're whitened for the rest of your days, but
no, it's a limited time. It depends. What if you drink a lot of wine, or drink
coffee,
a lot of tea, fruit juice, things that can color your teeth? Your teeth are going to change. So some people are like 6 months. They might have to have their teeth re-whitened. It depends on your lifestyle. Because most, they'll tell you don't drink a lot of dark beverages, something that will stain your teeth. Some people don't like, when I whiten my teeth, I had a low dosage, like 5%. That's hard to find that because most whitening gels are 15, 20%. So they're going to be more sensitive. But like I said, you can't have recession. You can't have any cracked teeth. You can't have teeth that are not filled properly. You have cavities. All that has to be done before you have your teeth whitened. They have to have a good diagnosis to see if you're a candidate. You can't gum disease. It has to be treated before you whiten your teeth. So all work has to be completed. I think that should be a last. If you have good, strong enamel, healthy, you're okay with getting your teeth whitened.
Yeah, because some people say whitening hurts.
What about those?
Well, it's a strong. You have to remember the percentage of peroxide. It's a very strong percentage. It's gonna hurt. But also, what if these people have then they're sensitive. They're already sensitive to hot and cold. So you're whitening their teeth, so it's gonna make it more sensitive, especially if it's a strong dosage. A percentage of peroxide that they use to whiten the teeth. You're gonna feel it. And some people do fluoride, like a Sensodyne, some type of sensitivity toothpaste. They have them brush or some type of gel. They have them use that 2 weeks before they do the whitening procedure. so they'll be less sensitive while they're whitening their teeth.
Okay.
So, Dr. Audrey, what about those home whitening kits? What are your thoughts on those? Yeah, the over-the-counter things that they advertise on television. Are those good for people, or what are your thoughts on those?
Well, some work better than others. And as I was saying before, make sure you're not sensitive already to hot, cold, you're not sensitive to temperature, because that's mainly what you're going to be sensitive to. Make sure that you don't try to do some individuals, they self-diagnose, but you have to make sure that you are a candidate for it, because some people I have known have done at-home treatments over the counter, and they become very sensitive they can't.
Oh, wow.
Are the over-the-counter whiteners subject to the same ADA?
Yes, they're supposed to be tested. Yes, by the ADA. So you want some of the ADA. Yes, you want some of the ADA seal of approval.
I'm gonna just continue using my whitening toothpaste. Yeah.
And now is that the same rule for the strips, Dr. Audrey? The whitening strips?
Yeah, strips the same too. Yeah, the strips work well, but you have to be a candidate. If you have a lot of sensitivity, maybe you should, like, say, go to a dentist, ask your dentist, are you a candidate? And they say, yes, you want to do at home, and they can give you a product that they recommend for you to use.
Sure. Okay. But the same rules apply in terms of you shouldn't have fillings that are missing and all those types of things, correct?
Yeah, none of that. All that needs to be done before you start whitening your teeth. And make sure your gums are healthy, too. If you can't do that, if you have gingivitis and gum disease, no. Please don't try to whiten your teeth.
Oh.
Well, that's a great point, because particularly folks, I mean, you know if your breath stinks or not. And
you might not.
Yeah, I guess you've been around yourself long enough.
Yeah, some people don't know, clearly.
And bleeding gums, you can't do all. Your gums have to be in a healthy state before you do anything.
Wow.
Before you do any type of procedures. That's one of the first things in dental school is you have to have health before they do fillings, crowns, any orthodontics, any type of procedure. You got to have healthy gums and tissues. All that has to be healthy for you to see any type specialist.
Wow.
If it is an emergency, they'll do whatever has to be done. If it's a root canal, if you have an emergency, they will tend to that. But the first step of any dental care is to have healthy gums and teeth. Especially gums come first.
Wow. Well, I tell you, Dr. Audrey, you've just given all of us a lot of great information this evening, and we just really appreciate it because, people often don't take the time to brush their teeth and so forth and just do those little things you've talked about during the show, flossing, brushing your gums and those types of things. And we always sort of get preoccupied on, okay, high blood pressure and jogging and, my skin and all those other things. But there seems to be a tendency for folks to forget that oral hygiene is a really, really big part of your overall health in terms of what you relayed to us today. So I just want to thank you for bringing that great information. And I hope our listeners, again, both nationally and internationally, learn some things today that they can take back to their families or things that they can do themselves that will help them to lead a healthier lifestyle. So before I turn it over to Thinbad to take us out, Dr. Audrey, thank you so much. And
well, thank you for having me.
Yes, indeed. And I'm going to turn it over to Thinbad.
Well, folks, we've learned a whole lot. We've heard a whole lot tonight about taking care of your teeth. Now, I don't want anybody to go to bed without brushing their teeth tonight. If you don't do it any other night, make sure you brush those fangs tonight.
And floss.
Exactly.
And floss and mouthwash.
And brush your gums, your lip, all that stuff.
And when you wake up that's right. You wake up in the middle of the night, go to the bathroom, brush your teeth again, just before you go back. Cause
should you brush your lips, Dr. Audrey?
Brush it.
Brush your lips.
Yes, ma'am. People throw